Scoot. Scoot. You don't need to be that close, Beanty. Hi. Could you, like, not lay on the camera, please? Or touch the camera, please? Thank you. Knowing you little toe beans are gonna press buttons. What? What's the latch for? How's everyone doing? Can I boo? Beep. I hope everyone's doing well. Oh no, is it Zoomy time? Oh, it's Zoomies time. That's wonderful. Everyone in the house is gonna get Zoomies. I swear, they all have scheduled Zoomies. It's the cutest thing, but also the most annoying thing. Hi, welcome in. Favorite weekend. Correct word, spelled wrong, but still. I'm saying that because a couple of them do get offended if you spell them wrong, which is strange, but... I miss all my raindrops. You guys are the reason I have a platform, and I am so grateful for that, and I love every single one of you. Anyway, how's everyone doing? How's everyone been? Hope your end for the week is going well, and I hope your week has gone well. Sofa, what are you doing? I can, like, feel my throat swelling up for some reason. Can't figure out why. So that's gonna be wonderful. Sofa, what are you doing? Yes, hi Mumu, I'm aware that you're there. Don't you glare at me. I think we can get started. Okay. So, grab your Storykeeper's cup, grab a blanket, grab a stuffy if you have one, grab a pet, and snuggle up because it's story time. Where's the book? Right here. Hopefully you guys can see. What are you doing? I think she can't decide between cleaning herself or just laying down or having zoomies. She's a strange kitten. Very strange. Yep, chapter 2. Are you kidding? Mom's fork hit the side of the plate with a clatter. How do I make this sound appealing but also not violate guidelines? I can't figure this out. A cereal offer, because I can't say the actual word on here, because YouTube is fucking sensitive. It's not an imminent threat, Jonathan said. Sorry, I just had a fucking accent when I said that. It's been a strange day. Oh, that's awesome. I love how you guys, how I say, like, grab something and half you guys listen. You guys are awesome. And you, sweetheart, need to settle down. Hi, Momo. Sorry. I mean, it's not a threat at all. Are you debating on coming down here? Or are you just gonna stand up there like a fucking goddess? Literally, she thinks she's a goddess. It's strange. Hi, welcome in. Okay, bye. Strange cat. He'd come to the dinner table tense, the Los Angeles Times website pulled up on his iPad, and told us about a recent... I skipped an entire line. Oh my god. A recent string of murders that had been occurring in LA. What the fuck? My brain's already lagging. Oh my god. The criminal's latest victim, a young woman, had been discovered earlier in the day. Pinpricks of fear and curiosity shot through me. I read that so wrong at first, when I first read this book. Mom was taking the news a little harder than I was. But it seems like you're warning Willa. What do you want, girly pop? Do you want cuddles? Come here, come get cuddles. Okay. Well, that wasn't hurtful at all. Sorry, the cat. Where was I? She protested, glancing at me with an expression approaching crazy, paranoid, googly eyes. I'm doing good. How are you? Still, Beanie? You've been cleaning yourself for an hour now, girl. Okay. Jonathan shook his head, reaching for his water glass. I wanted to tell you both, he explained. But it's important to be aware, not because there's a chance that anything might happen. I'm so sorry. Maybe not to us, I said, shrugging. But for some people, there's a chance. A specific category of people, actresses. Jonathan looked over at me, a hint... What? Of serotonin... My brain's not working. Serotonotic? Hopefully I said that correctly. I still can't say it correctly. Amusement in his eyes. You're not an actress, are you? I was about to say no, but Mom interrupted. She's done some acting. Oh my god. What the fuck is happening now? Mom, I said, seriously? I could have sworn I saw a wary flash come over Jonathan's features, like he was momentarily questioning whether my mother had schemed and married him to advance my acting career. You just got down from there. Now you're going back up? Sorry, the cat keeps distracting me because she's being a strange cat. All the cats are strange cats. Excuse you. No. She played a junior... What? I actually don't know how to say this. A juror? Hopefully I said that correctly. In 12 Angry Men. Beep. 2 years ago, I said, taking a bite of the pad thai. I heard the cat, but I don't see the cat. I'm getting distracted. My ADHD has been going off crazy. Don't chew on this book. I know you kitties mess with my books when I'm asleep and I don't like it. I wake up and there's fucking books on the floor. Anyway. Sorry. Freshman year, before I knew better, and the general consensus was that I made a very poor, angry man. Mom, it's not about people who happen to have been in a school play. How could you know that? Who knows what goes on inside the mind of an author? Because I can't say the actual word on here. Jonathan sighed. I'm sure Willa will take care to avoid any circumstances where she could be mistaken for an actress. Do not chew on that cord. Don't act all innocent. I'll go to the other room and tell your dad you're causing problems. Ooh, that made her stop. Anyway. Jonathan sighed. Oh. I already read that. Whoops. Absolutely. I said. Don't tease, Mom said. Jonathan patted my mother's hand reassuringly. That's not a tapestry you can hide behind. That's a map, girl. Don't touch the ears. No. Momo. Give me a second while I kick this cat out of the room. You're in trouble. That's a problem. Go. What, Beauty? Hi, Sofa. Oi! I'm back. You have the cutest little face right now. I know that you are super hyper right now, and you just run around. But you have the cutest little face, and I love it. You're a bean. That's why she's called Bean, because she's built like a little bean. Her real name is Pine Cell. Don't ask me, I didn't know. Sofa! Yeah, go get after your sister. Be nice about it, though. Okay. Well, they're just gonna play now. Last crime was 5 months ago. Well, until today. There have only been 4 total. Even if Willa were an actress, the odds are astronomically small that anything would happen to her. But it's cool, I said, because I'm not an actress, and I never will be one. Promise? She said, smiling a little. I held up my right hand like I was swearing an oath. Sorry, they just knocked something down, but I don't know what they knocked down. Oh my god. I hereby promise that I will never be an actress. Very wise, Jonathan said, nodding. Acting is a hard life. Even when you're successful, maybe especially when you're successful. Willa might be a writer, Mom said. Oh, come on. I stuffed another bite of noodles into my mouth and looked away. Really? Jonathan said. What do you write? Nothing, actually. I said, nothing at all. She used to write a lot. That was in the past. I said, writing is for people who have something to say. Okay. Oh, honey, Mom said, looking hurt. You have so much to say. I don't like how this is phrased, so I'm gonna rephrase it. What's inside your mind is so, no. I turned to Jonathan, eager to change the subject to something less depressing than my mother's useless hopes for my future. Hey, let's talk more about the crimes. Oh, honestly, Willa, Mom said, seeing right through my plan. What the fuck are you doing under there? Okay, there's a cat under the bed. And another cat on the bed. They're strange cats. Jonathan sat up straighter. Well, they're pretty interesting, actually. I don't know how to say that. I kind of zoned out trying to figure it out. Morbid, but interesting. The criminal recreates iconic scenes from classic movies. He posted his first victim to mimic a fiction of the final attack scene from The Birds. Then there was a wheelchair falling down the stairs from Kings of Death. I shivered trying to picture it. I hadn't seen either of those movies, but it felt like a twinge of morbid curiosity. Maybe that was what made the criminal do such awful things. Knowing that people would be so intrigued. My brain is shutting down so fast and it's annoying me. Excuse you! Play nice! Sorry. What do they call the criminal? I asked. They all have nicknames, right? Jonathan looked down at his iPad. The media's been using the name The Hollywood Offer, because I can't say the actual word. Excuse you! Do you want to get kicked out? That's what I thought. Yeah, damn, yeah. Where did she go? I'm getting distracted again. Oh my god. I need to stop getting distracted in these streams. Jesus Christ. I stared down at my glass of water. How about the screenwriter? That's actually pretty good. Bean, stop with the carpet. Ugh. That's actually pretty good, Jonathan said. A little over the top, I said. Yeah, but it's catchy, he said. Catchy, I said. Or gimmicky. Oh, for heaven's sake, you two, Mom said. This is not proper dinner time conversation. No, I suppose it wasn't. But for the first time in a long time, I'd felt normal for a couple of minutes. Of course, what did it say about me that joking about Madez made me feel normal? After we carried our dinner dishes into the kitchen, Jonathan cleared his throat. So, Willa, I got you something. A welcome to California present. Excuse you. No, no. She just fell. Oh, good God. Beanie. Bean, come here. Beanie. You're chunky. That's okay. I still love you. But you know better. Stay out of the closet. Go. Yep. It's Sumi time. That's wonderful. He set a large flat box on the kitchen counter. It was wrapped in pearl white paper and a hot pink bow. You shouldn't have, Mom said. Really, I said. No, I wanted to. He rested his hands on the granite countertop. I know this isn't an easy transformation for you. And I know that I could never replace your father, and I'm not going to try, but I do hope we can be friends. I was speechless in a horrified sort of way. I'd assumed that everything that needed to be said between us would eventually make its way to the surface. But this grand declaration of friendship, mentioning my dad, giving me a present, it seemed like such a cheap, obvious move to buy my goodwill. Why did I say movie? My brain isn't working tonight. Anger flared up inside me, and it took all the self-control I had to stamp it out. I almost read that completely wrong. Babe, calm down. Jesus Christ. I love you, but you need to calm down. Yeah, friends, I managed to say. I carefully unwrapped the box, aware that both my mother and Jonathan were watching my reaction with eagle eyes. Oh wow, I said. Wow. What is it? Mom asked. It was a monstrosity. Hi, Sofa. Sweetest little kitty, but she blends in with everything because she's a great kitty. Who are you guys talking about? It throws me off sometimes because I miss a lot of stuff that happens in chat. I try to pay attention to it and the book, but sometimes I just zone out in the book or zone out in the chat. It's one or the other, to be honest. I'm getting distracted again. Sorry. It was a backpack, but instead of being made out of regular backpack material, I don't know, canvas? It was tan leather printed with small interlocking G's. Oh, a Gucci backpack. That's gorgeous. It had a huge green and red striped patch down the pocket and a giant gold G logo. It's Gucci, Jonathan said, in the same self-satisfied tone, a voice he'd used to brag about the door. Gucci, I said. Fancy. Oh, there's a little loaf on the bed. Focus! It's beautiful. My mother reached out and touched it with the tips of her fingers. Like it was a prize racehorse. There's more. Jonathan grinned and he had wrapped his arm around Mom's waist. Look inside. As I drew the zipper... What? They keep forgetting words and it throws me off. As I drew the zipper, it pulled smoothly along the path. Okay, the zipper was excellent quality. The fuck? I stuttered, sorry. I'll give him that. I was already cringing inward at... First, I can't focus. Now my brain's not wanting to work. Inward at the prospect of what I'd find inside. I pictured a hideous, blinged out watch or a designer fedora or something. But it was a computer, a beautiful brushed metal, razor-thin laptop. I thought you could use it for school, he said. Thank you, I said. I'm sure it'll really be useful. There was no point acting like this was the greatest gift anyone could have ever given me, because I knew enough about my new stepfather to know that spending $1,500 on a computer was no big deal for him. Jonathan, you shouldn't have, Mom said. Willa has a laptop. Sorry, I went back up to the previous... What the fuck am I trying to say? I don't even know. That rickety old one she was using on the plane, the screen's practically falling off. But my dad gave it to me. I didn't say. My dad, who knew I was desperate for a computer of my own. My dad, who brought his old work laptop home for me when they were upgrading him to a new one. The night he gave it to me, there had been joyous squealing and hugs and jumping up and down. Sorry, this book sometimes glitches my brain. That was nothing like this night. Jonathan was buying me nice things to keep the peace and make himself feel better about uprooting me. Not that it wasn't a perfectly kind gesture, but make no mistake, this wasn't about what I wanted. Which was fine, because I didn't want anything. Nothing money could buy, anyway. How long? I think with each chapter it gets longer. I think so. Anyway, time skip, by the way. This is a little off topic, but I absolutely love the style of these pages because the time skip is like a rose and there's roses in the corner of the pages and it's awesome. I fucking love this book. Oh, hi, welcome back. Yeah, my brain just doesn't want to work. And my ADHD is out of control recently, so wonderful. Anyway, time skip. I woke with a start in the middle of the night. The clock read 3:23, the witching hour. Sorry. And I had a headache that felt like I'm so sorry. And I had a headache that felt like two sharp electrified sticks were trying to meet in the center of my head. Under my multiple layers of blankets, I was drenched in sweat. On another note, fuzzy blankets work a little too well sometimes. They're awesome, but they work too well. Hey, sofa. I set up. That's not the right word. What the fuck was that? I just watched this cat just, like, army crawl. I would, but we're at a tea, which pisses me off. Because normally that helps me focus for some reason. I think it's just because I grew up sitting in in windowsills on rainy days with a cup of tea and a book. I don't know, but I'm gonna try my best. I sat up and pushed off the covers. The room was too bright. I'd forgotten to close my curtains before falling asleep, and the ceiling was awash with rippled moonlight reflecting off the surface of the pool outside. I'm just picturing that, and that must be, like, magical, I guess. Something about water and moonlight mixed together is just lovely. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in again. I can't even find my place. Where the fuck was I? Ow. But that wasn't it. There was another source of light. The candle, flickering away on my nightstand. Don't be ridiculous. The candle can't be lit. But the candle was totally lit. I searched for an explanation. Maybe my mom had come in and lit it. You know, the way every safety-obsessed mother lights candles around the house in the middle of the night. Maybe it was one of those I don't know how to say this. I genuinely don't know how to one of those relighting candles. Except it was the third. What? Work, bitch! Goddamn. Except it was the third one from a 3-pack, and neither of the others had ever done anything like this. That's when you know you're haunted. What the fuck? Candles. Oh, I wish I had a candle or like a lantern. Sorry, we're going a little off topic because I want to say this because I've been wanting to say this for a while. I have been wanting to do live story times with like a lantern right next to me and like I said in the past stream, I'm gonna get like a tapestry that looks like a giant library and put it behind me. I just feel like that would be awesome. Like a full like tavern kind of thing. Hi, Sofa. Come here, baby. Okay, bye. Oh god. Oh, I felt that in my shoulder blade. Sorry, my neck was starting to hurt. Anyway, back to the story. Okay, where was I? Or there had been a trace of a spark burning on it all evening, and then it had gradually relit itself. That had to be it, because any other explanation would be crazy. And I was so not going to go crazy right now. But I was unnerved and a little weird. What? And a little wired. Sorry, I read that wrong. I wandered to the window, my head suddenly full of the Hollywood offer and my lame new backpack. This girl. I know she's just kind of like, I don't give a shit about anything, but he's spending thousands of fucking dollars on you. Be grateful. Sometimes I just want to slap these characters. And an earthquake and everything strange about my life now. The strangest thing by far being that I was here in California. Everything I'd ever known was carrying on without me. 3,000 miles away on a completely different part of the continent. What are you doing? Don't chew on that. Sorry, the cat. Anyway, I realized I was staring longingly down at the pool. I love to swim. Even after what happened with Dad, I still love it. I feel more like myself in the water. It holds you together in a way that air doesn't. I actually feel that. It's like a weird thing of mine. Like I feel out of place on land, but as soon as I'm in water, I just feel like I feel at home in the water. Like I was born in water. Does that make sense? I'm gonna focus on the story. Sorry. I already read that. I found my swimsuit in a box marked summer clothes and grabbed a fluffy towel. I twisted my long hair into a bun and secured it with 2 bobby pins. See, I know what's coming and I don't want to read it, but I also want to read it because I'm a horror freak. Where was I? There was no way Mom and Jonathan would hear me from across this massive house. So I didn't bother to be particularly quiet as I found my way outside through the doors, off the living room. What? That's literally what it says. Through the doors off the living room. I think they meant out of the living room. Hi, welcome in. Where was I? The temperature was about 45 degrees, and my skin was instantly blanketed with goosebumps. Under my feet, the patio tiles were so cold they practically burned. The backyard was amazing, truly befitting a Hollywood legend. Tucked throughout were pristine white loungers. Why does I feel like that's a stereotype now. Like Hollywood has made it seem like every rich person ever just owns white furniture and no other color. It's so weird that they made that seem like that. I'm getting off track again. Sorry. And comfy looking chairs surrounding clay chimneys. To my right was a charming little cottage. A guest house? I love cottages. With a watchful eye. What? I skipped 2 lines. Oh my god, my brain is not working. With a miniature front porch and a pair of small windows like curious watchful eyes. The landscape was shady and rambling. What? This writing style confuses me, but I love the story. Rambling and lovely. Okay. But I only had eyes for the pool. It was huge and gorgeous, with gentle curving edges and a rock waterfall, and it glowed, an otherworldly pale aqua in the moonlight. A breeze ruffled the leaves in the trees and sent me hurrying for the water. I figured someone like Jonathan, who was so pool proud he'd given us a mind-numbing tour of the entire chlorine-free filtration system, had to keep his pool heated, even in March, and I was right. Instantly, look, they spelled that wrong, but that's okay. Luxurious warmth shrouded my body. It drew me down the steps like a siren call. I ducked under the water, covering me in a second skin. I think they meant like a second skin, but it's not written that way. And we're just gonna go with like a second skin, because it makes more sense. For a few minutes, I floated on my back and stared up into the inky night sky, the cold air on my face and the sound of my own breathing echoing in my ears. Then I flopped over and swam as far across the pool as I could without coming up for air. It felt... I think they meant I felt clarified. That's okay. Autocorrect is stupid sometimes. I felt clarified and cleansed, like the tension had been wrung out of me. I bobbed up at the deep end, taking a big breath, and prepared to plunge under again and swim back to the shallow end. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I could almost imagine that I was Diane Del Mar, a movie star, and this house was all mine. No stepfathers, no headaches, or new school to worry about. Just me, beautiful and adored, gliding like a water nymph through my fabulous swimming pool. Then something brushed my ankle. I yelped in surprise and spun around, treading water, as I searched for whatever had touched me. Nothing was there. Nothing. It must have been bubbles, a random current. Maybe a sunken palm frond? Palm frond? I still don't know what that means, but okay. But I felt it again. This time, it took hold and pulled me under. Fear and adrenaline burst through me in a massive, soul-shaking pulse. My heart slammed around in my chest like it was trying to break out of my ribcage. Then something grabbed my other foot. For a moment, I didn't even process it as something that was really happening, because it couldn't be happening. It wasn't happening, only it was. I tried to kick free, but my legs were held fast. I managed to flail above the surface of the water and gasp in an enormous breath before being yanked back down toward the blue tilted bottom of the pool. My brain was on red alert, acting on pure animal instinct. This is not okay. I thrashed. I don't like this word, so I'm not gonna say it. I thrashed and grabbed my ankles in an attempt to pry off whatever had wrapped around them, but I couldn't free myself. In fact, as far as I could see, there was nothing to free myself from. Not another person, not a rope or a piece of plastic, not even a nightmarish monster. Sorry, my ear's doing the ring thing again and it's annoying me. I hate that. Anyway, only the sharp outline of my own body as I flipped and struggled. I was rapidly running out of air. Panicked, I looked up toward the sky and saw another person in the water. For the briefest second, I thought it was someone else swimming, and I wondered wildly why they wouldn't help me. But then it hit me like an ironclad clarity. This person wasn't swimming. They were floating, and it wasn't a person. It was a corpse. And that's my beautiful, beautiful raindrops is the end of chapter 2. Well, we failed on that book close this time. I will try to be back tomorrow with chapter 3, but as it is getting close to the weekend, I cannot promise anything as I do get busy every weekend. But please do tell me your thoughts and theories in the comments. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreaming, and don't let the Maeve cats bite. I don't know why I'm British, but we're gonna go with it.